Here's some news. Mike Myers has died. Kidding.
Holy fuck.
He's such a random actor that I thought it'd be pretty believable.
Intro. Classic. Mike Myers.
That's the intro right there. That'll get people talking.
I feel really bad if that comes true now.
All right, Scotty, prep.
Yeah.
Go.
No, I'm good.
Good.
Do we have an intro?
Mike Myers.
Yeah, Mike Myers is dead. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 23 of the Up Real Late podcast. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here as always by Tim McGavick. What's going on, Tim? What's the count? What's the count right now?
Oh, just for the audience to know, I have to be awake in about 6 hours and 33 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll try and breeze through this. Also here, Tyler Switulski.
How's it doing, guys? Nice to see you. Little update on my car. Just to put this in here. It is now. I had oil problems last week. Now I have engine problems this week. Engine non-functional. So that's good.
Sorry to hear that.
Has been hitchhiking everywhere. I drive past him every day.
That's dangerous, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Tim.
Be careful out there.
Also here, Adam Franey. What's up, Adam?
Get hype. Michael Jordan, number 23 episode. I love it.
True. That'd be true.
It's a basketball reference for the listeners.
Wow.
Basketball?
What is that?
I don't know.
Is that the one with
It's a sport.
Is that the one with like the helmets and I don't?
That's the one.
Yeah.
No.
Jim Carrey episode number 23.
That's soccer, you fool.
Nice. Way better reference.
Tied it into movies.
That's
friend.
true. That's true. Let's just run down a few topics that we're going to discuss this week on the podcast. As always, we're going to talk about the last movie that we saw, and we're also going to do a review of the new Pixar movie, The Good Dinosaur. So look forward to that. And also, we're going to discuss some news topics that came out this week. Firstly, the new Batman v Superman trailer, Dawn of Justice. We're going to get into that. This is going to be interesting, guys. There's a lot to talk about.
Tune in, all you 9-year-olds. This is a good episode.
Wow.
It'll
Also,
be juicy.
the latest Shane Black film that's coming out this year, I guess it's next year, The Nice Guys, starring Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. If you guys want to skip ahead to any of those topics that I just mentioned, you can go in the description box below and click on any of the timestamps, and you can skip ahead if you want. But let's get into our last scenes, guys. Anyone want to start us off this week? Adam?
I'll go first if you want.
Yeah, let's mix it up. I know Tim really wants to go first.
I'll put my notes away. It's okay.
Yeah. Adam is chomping at the bit right now. So, what do you got for us this week, Adam?
Yeah, don't mind if I go first, just because I saw Tim just dying to get in there, and I love ruining Tim's life. So,
That's rude.
Full disclosure, I did not have time to see one film this week.
You mean more than one?
Wait, I thought Adam was doing his review. This is Tyler speaking, right?
Thanks, man.
I pulled a Tyler Switulski, and I had to go back in time. Or did I pull a Tim McGavick with Princess Mononoke? Perhaps you recall going backwards.
I'm just going to edit this whole thing out so you can keep
Great,
if you want.
wow.
See, I didn't do that.
You're telling that to the guy who has the power of editing.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
While we were young, Noah Baumbach.
Oh, you want to
Okay.
say?
Oh, that was it. Okay. Usually we do this.
2015. Starring Ben Stiller, Naomi Watts, Adam Driver.
Kylo Ren himself.
Tune in next week for him. Amanda
2 weeks from
Seyfried. And a bunch of unknowns I've never heard of.
Good.
An uptight documentary filmmaker and his wife find their lives loosened up a bit after befriending a free-spirited younger couple. So,
Cool. Midlife crisis.
Exactly. I enjoyed While We're Young. It didn't blow me away or anything, but it was a step down from Francis Ha, I'd probably say. I think that's the only other Noah Baumbach film I've seen.
Same.
Yeah, director, Noah
Yeah,
Baumbach, and writer. Did Francis Ha Squid and the Whale,
Yeah,
right?
it seems very
Squid
similar.
and Whale's really good.
I haven't seen that
It's
one.
the best.
This one got kind of mediocre reviews. I think a lot of people are just saying middling, and that's fair. It's pretty...
Seems like a Netflix and chill kind of movie.
That's what it was, my friend. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like, it has its funny moments, but overall it didn't feel as clever as, like, say, Francis Ha. The wit wasn't necessarily there. It felt like more of, like, just a mass appeal, a little bit of a safer movie.
Safe, yeah.
There's very cookie cutter cinematography. There's no interesting, like, black and white aesthetic like a Francis Ha, where it's totally original and different. Just felt like a little more of a standard rom-com type thing, but not to like a Katherine Heigl level. But like there's no Gerard Butler in this.
Yeah.
But overall I enjoyed it. I thought the performances were all good. That's one thing I will say. Like Ben Stiller, he's funny in it, but he's also just really solid. He plays like this really stressed out documentary filmmaker who's kind of past his prime. He's been working on the same documentary for 8 years, and like you said, it's kind of a midlife crisis movie.
Yeah.
And then Adam Driver comes in, and he's this aspiring filmmaker who like worships Ben Stiller's character.
Oh, I see. So
yeah,
interesting kind of relationship there.
Yeah, there's a cool back and forth and like dynamic, because the older couple who's going through all these issues, they're having troubles trying to have a baby, Naomi Watts and Ben Stiller, and they're just kind of like dealing with a midlife crisis, and they have this new young couple who they idolize and think are like the cool hip couple.
So they both like idolize each other kind of thing?
Yeah, they both want to become each other. So it's like this ongoing parallel throughout the movie. And Adam Driver invites them to him and Amanda Seyfried's apartment and like puts on All Night Long by Lionel Richie on like record, like on vinyl, and like his vinyl player. And they're like, "Oh my god, I haven't seen one of those in 30 years." He's like, "Yeah, it's the better sound. It really is." Like Lionel Richie, you guys know him? He's amazing. And he like whips out his like cracked iPhone, like iPhone 4, and it's just like. And then you have Ben Stiller and Naomi Watts who have like the newest phones, and they are trying to listen to like the newest music to keep up with these guys. It's amazing. And they're just talking about like, there's a line where Ben Stiller says, these new kids, they aren't like segregated at all. I can't remember Adam Driver's character's name, but he's like, I think it's Jason. Like, Jason, he has The Goonies on VHS next to Jay-Z's newest album. And I'm just like, yeah, that's perfect. That's like the new age hipster way.
Yeah, like a lot of people are like that now. It's interesting also, like Ben Stiller, like I wish he would do more like dramatic stuff, like instead of I don't know, like he's not a bad actor. Like you think, I don't know, like some of the choices he makes he's like obviously like Zoolander, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
he does a lot of those broad comedy.
I wish he would like go back into more like dramas and stuff like that.
Or at least like smart comedies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this is like a smart comedy, but...
Are you saying Two-Lander isn't smart?
No.
Seriously? Yeah. It's retarded.
Kind of the same way as
not
like
that
Johnny
it doesn't
Depp.
look good, but...
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Kind of the same way as Johnny Depp always doing like the crazy...
The Tim Burton role.
The Tim Burton.
But at least Ben Stiller's successful at it. Right?
Oh!
Shots fired?
Why do you
Get
break
ruined.
me down like that?
Yeah, overall, I would hit this one with 3. Just a nice even-keeled 3. Not offensive.
Netflix and chill.
It's a Netflix and chill. Fire it up on a Sunday evening with your girl.
Nice.
Or your man. It's 2015. Keep it open mind.
Nice.
Thanks.
Nice
Anyone
public
else?
service announcement from Adam Frank.
PSA.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to jump in with their last scenes?
I'll jump in here if that's all right.
All right, Ty.
You
Going in reverse order
Put
this
my
week.
notes away again. It's
Tim on
fine.
the back
Just
burner
slide
there.
those back
Can you
in.
just burn those notes, Tim, and then just walk out?
Go upstairs and flush your phone, right? John Wick.
Yes!
Wow.
Yeah.
Drop that bomb.
Yeah, I was like, we're not going to do a synopsis apparently, so I was
Much
just going
like John Wick would, you just punched me in the face with
Yeah.
that. Broke my neck.
So I'll obviously go with synopsis now. Legendary is that like the synopsis used his name a lot, and I was like, this is way too hard to try and edit his name out. So,
Do it.
legendary assassin John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves, retired from his violent career after marrying the love of his life. Her sudden death leaves John in deep mourning when sadistic mobster
Ooh, spoiler, bro.
Yosef.
Happens the first like, 30
no, the
minutes.
movie starts with her dead.
I know, I've seen it.
When sadistic mobster Yosef and his thugs steal John's prize car and kill the puppy that was the last gift from his wife, John unleashes the remorseless killing machine within and seeks vengeance.
And so he should.
Yes.
How dare you kill a
So
puppy.
yeah, but that was rough.
Gutless.
Stay on Greyjoy.
Fuck the
That's
odds.
son of a
Reek.
bitch.
A lot of names in here that I'm not going to try to pronounce. Keanu Reeves, Adrian Palicki, Michael Nickvist, Nyquist.
From Girl with the Dragon
Nyquist.
Tattoo?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Willem Dafoe.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, that one was rough. Alfie Allen.
Not Willem Dafoe.
Bridget Moynihan. Ian McShane.
Ian McShane?
And Brooklyn Nine-Nine's Vulture. Dean Winters.
Yes.
That
I
threw
don't
me
understand that reference, but yeah.
It's okay.
Neither do I.
Me and Tyler get it.
It's
off. You got
lost
it right,
on
Tim.
me.
High five. Nailed it.
Get out of here.
Directed by two guys here. Both I haven't never heard of. Surprise. David Leitch, I think his name is, and Chad Stahelski.
Cool.
I
believe you.
exactly. Anybody? Nobody? No.
I don't think they've done much before John Wick. To be honest.
Yeah, but this was a great movie.
Yeah,
This is a Tyler movie.
This is a straight up Switty flick.
I gotta
Yeah.
say, it does not surprise me you love this movie.
It was nice seeing Keanu Reeves in another action movie that like
He was good in this.
he was actually very
fit,
good.
Like
There was a
rocked
lot
it.
of like actual scenes where like, he was like you saw him just going absolutely insane, and it was
just
just
headshots.
it was awesome.
You did
Pure
love
like
the
full
headshots.
on
Yeah.
headshots.
They were,
It
they
didn't
were
like it wasn't like boom and then like cut away and stuff. It was like
no, it was
you see him like headshot
yeah.
people.
It was all just perfectly choreographed. It was gorgeous.
Yeah,
The soundtrack, amazing. I'm not sure if you guys remember it, but it was just
I don't remember it, but
it was gorgeous.
It's got some, like, the score gets you hype.
It does.
And the actual songs used, like the actual soundtrack,
Yeah.
it's the perfect hype machine.
Now the thing that I'm worried about, sequel.
it's happening.
It is happening.
What are you worried about?
This-
Whether or not it will happen.
This was amazing. The whole point of this movie was, him seeking vengeance and whatnot. Do we like? Without, I don't want to give too
It's
much
tough.
away.
It's like Taken. Like
That's the
how do
thing.
you follow up Taken?
They killed 2 puppies.
Yes.
Yeah.
He gets another puppy, they kill it again. Like I don't know. And I mean, the filmmakers were talking about that when they're like, we want to do a sequel, but like obviously we understand like we have to do it in a new, interesting way. Like obviously they have to do some
It's-
work, writing, figuring out how. But obviously,
It's funny that you said that because that's what I wrote down. I was like, I don't want this to become the next Taken, where they just get progressively worse.
Oh, it's the next Taken.
Yeah.
Just don't worry about that.
it could become the Taken.
So I'm worried about that
franchise.
because I love this on its own. I don't want them to kill
It
it.
could be the John Wick franchise.
That's a shame.
I want to look back as a good thing.
Yeah.
I think there's some cool kind of things about this sort of I don't want to say mythology, but like the backstory of that hotel.
Yeah.
Is very cool.
The whole
Like assassin
underworld
hotel thing.
Yeah.
Like that's such a cool
It was a community.
idea.
It was really cool.
Yeah, when he goes to the hotel and like books the room and everything, and like there's like all these like assassins like in the basement.
It's
Yeah.
all like agree that you're not allowed to kill people when you're in that
Yeah,
hotel.
it was
and
like
stuff.
The house
no man's
rules
land,
and
I don't know. It was just a cool kind of aspect to the film that I hope they're going to explore more. In this
I have a little quote here from Keanu Reeves
Mhm.
on the sequel,
Lay it on us.
which is, did you guys know it's confirmed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already filming.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, okay.
Yeah.
He said, oh god, should I attempt this in a Keanu Reeves voice?
Yeah.
To me,
No, wow.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Good.
to me, there's John Wick, and then there's John. John's the married guy whose wife just died 5 years of his life. In that 5 years of his life, I meant, sorry. Then there's John Wick, who's the mythical assassin in this. John Wick's past comes and infiltrates John's life, and John Wick, in a way, has to fight for John. Is that good?
Well, thanks Keanu for sharing that with us.
Thanks, guys.
That's an interesting
Wow,
point.
Tim, I know how you feel now.
Yeah.
After Tim's bits. It's not as easy as it looks.
Tim set the bar pretty high, man.
Tim, just hit all that out, okay? I'm gonna throw up.
I'd still that still doesn't say much
So
about
pretty
the sequel.
vague.
Yeah.
It's very
Well, I
vague.
feel like Keanu Reeves is a very vague person.
Well, it's not that vague. Well, he's saying, like, the sequel's gonna explore his origin. Like, we don't know his origin. He just steps into John Wick as this mythical level, god level assassin.
Well, I kind of was okay with it like that. Like they didn't over
So is it a
explain it. Like
prequel?
you're
Who
all
are you talking to, bud?
Exactly.
So is it going to be a prequel or is it going to be set?
I've heard rumors of possibly being a prequel. Obviously, you didn't confirm there, but I have heard maybe.
Yeah, obviously at the start of John Wick, he's already been a legendary assassin and then since retired.
I don't think it's a prequel because he says he's gonna have to fight for John. Like you said, it's like Batman Bruce Wayne type
I'm sure some like
So there'll be some flashbacks.
old
and
rival
some-
will show up or something like
So
that.
yeah, some old enemy will show up and we'll have to
I could see that.
fight him. Yeah, I could see that being a way of.
I like that the directors are coming back because they can shoot the hell out of an action sequence,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Gun Fu, anyone?
Yeah,
Great.
Amazing.
Yeah, how about the nightclub scene?
Yeah.
amazing.
That one in particular is
Like
really good.
I always remember that where he just like breaks in and like
It
Yeah.
felt
goes
so
down.
long, but like in a good way. Like you didn't want it to end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Anything else you have to say
You wanna
about
rate
it?
No, like that's the.
Did
I'm
you
gonna,
like
I'm
it?
gonna rate this. I loved it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rate this with a light 4.
solid.
Light 4. It was good.
It was good.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Yeah.
It has Switty written all
It
over
does. It was purely a Switty flick.
Oh, yeah.
Scott, you want to jump in there?
Yeah, Tim, get the fuck out. I'm going next. The last movie I saw
This is actually
was
happening.
released this
I
year,
love it. I love it.
February 5th
I quit
of this
podcast.
year.
Yeah.
Some
Turn
of
in
you-
your up real late shirt and get out.
I don't know if some of you guys have seen this. Definitely not Tyler.
That's hurtful.
Ruthless.
You might get it by the synopsis here. Maybe by the first sentence. In a Russian coastal town, Kolya is forced to fight the corrupt mayor when he is told that his house will be demolished.
Oh no, I haven't seen this yet.
He recruits a lawyer friend to help, but the man's arrival brings further misfortune for Kolya and his family.
The Leviathan.
I was gonna say Leviathan.
Leviathan, yeah. Russian
Gutless.
film by... This is going to be tough, guys, to say these
Oh,
names. This is
shit.
going to be tough. Directed by Andrei
The Giant.
Brower.
Zvyaginstev,
Too soon.
starring Alexei Serebryakov, Elena Lydiov, Vladimir
Putin.
Frod... oh, wow. Dovichenkov, and Roman Madyanov.
I said
That
Rowan
was tough,
Atkinson.
guys. That was... Wow. Fist bump that.
Fist bump, bro. You nailed it.
This movie was good. I enjoyed it. It's I don't know how many Russian movies I've actually seen. This might be the first, and I don't think History of Violence. No, sorry, Eastern Promises doesn't count.
No.
That's Cronenberg, but this movie was great. You know what? It's an interesting look at a country that I don't know a lot about, and it takes a slice out of like. Middle, lower class, like Russian life. You know what I mean? Like showing
Which is scary.
I know, and showing sort of the corruption that occurs in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different from over here.
Yeah.
Like trying to get justice is tough, and this guy, Kolya, basically his situation. If you didn't get from the synopsis, he's built his house in sort of this coastal kind of fishing town. That his grandparents have lived there, his parents lived there, he's lived there, and the mayor just like wants his piece of land basically to build like a church on and like build his like little mansion on because it's like a nice plot of land. So he just like basically takes his land, and he's trying to fight it in the court system by getting a lawyer to help him, to help fight like, hey, this isn't right. Like you didn't go through the proper channels, you didn't give me enough time. I got someone to double check the cost of what it would be, and it's like you gave me like 500,000 rubles or whatever. It's actually worth 3.5 million rubles. Like you're just cheating me out of all this land. It's like it's bullshit basically.
Yeah.
And it's like corruption.
Well, they're not even using real money. That just sounds goofy.
I know rubles. Like,
Yeah. What the hell is that?
rupees.
Yeah,
it's-
rupees maybe.
What is this, Zelda? But
Nice reference.
rubles, rupees. It's a little bit different. But it's just crazy to see like the level of corruption that happens in Russia. But first of all, I have to say the cinematography is really good. Like these long shots of like the coastline and like just the way everything is framed.
Yeah, I can imagine it'd be gorgeous.
Like just gorgeous cinematography. Although at some times like it did, this movie felt like it was 3 hours long.
Ooh.
It was
How
like
long is it?
it's
Isn't it
like
close?
2 hours and 15 or something like that. But it felt like really long. Like there's some shots where they show like a car driving away, but it just like lingers.
Just keeps going.
It just like lingers for like a long time.
It's like you're just waiting for the credits to start rolling or something like that.
And I'm like, that was a nice shot, but it's still going. You know what I mean? Like they could have like been a little bit more. They could have edited down a little bit more. But the cinematography, like it definitely was, a high point. Like it was like all cold grays and everything. Kind of showed, the landscapes well. But the performances was the main point. I have to say, like they just felt real. They felt honest. Like these performances, like they felt like real people. And there were some really good moments, like emotional moments, like with like the wife. And I have to say, like, it starts off, you think this is gonna be like a courtroom drama.
Sounds like it so far.
It's not.
Okay.
It's like you think it's gonna go this one way, and then the story takes like these weird turns, and the focus shifts a lot, towards the lawyer, and like towards their relationships as people and stuff. And like, it's interesting the way it goes, and it doesn't end the way you would expect it to end. Like it's a sort of, it's not your typical kind of drama in that sense. And yeah, I mean, I have to say, like, it has 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I was gonna say,
wow.
Can we get to what you feel about it? Bottom line.
Bottom line, I enjoyed it. Like, for me, it's a 4. It's a 4 out of 5 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like it.
I wanted to jump in, like, the critical reaction to this movie is insane.
Yeah.
You said 99% on Rotten
99.
Tomatoes. I just quickly searched through the memory banks and remembered. I didn't see it. Don't remember seeing it left off one top 10 of 2014 list. Wow. IndieWire, The Guardian, Variety, and The Hollywood Reporter all had it in their top 10 of 2014. The Hollywood Reporter, number 1 best movie of 2014.
2014 or 15?
2014.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the release here I have is February 5th,
December
2015. But I guess if it was released wide. Okay,
December 31st, 2014 was
okay. Fair enough.
And it was considered Best Picture snub. Like, I Google Leviathan, first article.
Do you know if it was not? I know I should have known this.
Nominated.
Was it nominated for Best Foreign Feature?
Not for Best Picture, though, right?
No.
Okay.
It's tough.
Did it win Best Foreign
No.
Feature? What did? Do we know?
No.
All right.
There's no way of finding that out.
Don't care.
I can't find that.
It's tough. It's really tough for foreign films to get nominated for Best Picture. Like,
Has it?
I don't know if it...
Yeah.
Do they even qualify? I don't know.
I remember the last one.
How can they compete?
I don't know how to say it, though. Amour or Armour? About the two French older people?
Yeah.
Amour.
That was nominated for Best Picture.
Okay. So
and that was French.
Amour.
Damn.
It's love.
But yeah, just overall, the performances, the cinematography...
So would you say it lives up to its critical love?
I think so.
Praise?
Yeah. It's a really slow burn, though. Like, it's not for everyone, I don't think.
Of course, yeah.
But,
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
I'm looking at Ty.
Just so you guys know.
It's not the mass
Fuck
appeal.
you guys, I have heard of it.
It's
okay?
not mass appeal.
I have heard of it.
You know what? Fist bump, buddy.
Okay.
You've heard of it. Good for you.
Mad respect. But yeah, it's interesting. Like, the title, like, Leviathan, it sort of alludes to, like, the corruption, like, that's, like, hidden, like, it's everywhere. It's like, I don't know, it's like a beast. It's like the corruption in Russia. It's like, it's this massive beast that's sort of hiding. That
it's poignant.
It's like there, yeah. And it's not like a metaphor that's like always they keep going back to in the movie, but it's like it's something that's when it comes up in the movie, you're like, wow, I don't know. It's weird. It's
the corruption. It's like Leviathan.
Ida won Best Foreign Movie that year. That Polish movie about the nun or the sister.
Interesting. Cool.
I don't know what that is. Continue.
Yeah, Leviathan, 4 to 5 reels for me.
All right, let's get into Good Dinosaur, guys.
Dude,
the meat of the week.
Pumped.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So my last scene was the Good Dinosaur.
We did.
No, Scott, feel
I'm not
free to
kidding.
jump in because I saw you rated this as well.
What, this week?
Yeah.
What the?
I watched the 2003 film, The Station Agent.
Wow.
Written and directed by Tom McCarthy. He wrote and directed Spotlight, which we reviewed last week.
Ties tie.
Wait, really? Was it? I watched it and I didn't even realize.
Really? You didn't realize that was the same guy?
No,
Yeah.
he did Spotlight.
Yeah.
I dropped that. I dropped
forgot.
that
Yeah.
gem. too.
That's why I assume that's why you watched it.
No, it's just
okay.
It was on Netflix. It was an hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
I wanted
That's
to
why
knock it out.
Yeah, that's
I
why
have
did.
another ties tie-in. Todd McCarthy actually, like, I don't know the word, but oversaw that variety list, and he was the one who gave Leviathan number 1 of 2014.
So incredible tie-ins right now.
Yeah.
My mind's just blowing up. Okay, so the
Station
synopsis.
agent.
When his only friend dies, a man with dwarfism is left a rundown train station in his name. While he plans to live a life alone, he soon finds himself caught up with a chatty hot dog vendor. and an artist dealing with her own loss.
Is this starring Vern Troyer?
No.
Holy
Peter Dinklage?
Yes.
Nailed it.
This stars
My
Peter
boy
Dinklage,
P. Dinky.
Bobby Cannavale, and Patricia Clarkson, and Michelle Williams.
Michelle Williams, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprise.
What'd
you think of it?
I like this movie. I enjoyed it. It was not great. Some emotional parts could have, like, there's a scene towards the end, Scott, in the school. I thought that'd be a little bit more touching, but it's not.
I've seen the film. You can refer to me also.
I've also heard of the film.
Earlier in the episode.
Like,
You can refer to Ty. He's
I
never
had a
seen
comment.
it.
I was talking to Adam about this movie earlier this week because I know I wasn't going to use it as my last scene. This movie, to me, felt like a pilot for a TV show.
Yeah, I could see this being like,
Right?
I kind of want to see these people continue.
Right? I want to know. I want to get into these characters more.
Because Bobby is really likable in this.
Yeah, I love him.
He's just hilarious.
So charismatic.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you can't help but like him. It's great.
No, he's incredibly likable.
Yeah, I would love to see this in like a longer format.
There's a lot of backstory to these characters that they don't get into in the movie, and it just gives them a little bit more.
Like I thought there'd be
layers.
more with Bobby and his dad, but you don't get that storyline.
No.
You get much with Patricia
John
Clarkson and her
Slattery,
husband. Yeah, John
plays-
Slattery shows up briefly.
who's John Slattery again?
He's in
The
Spotlight
ex-
as well.
What's her name? Clarkson.
Who's
What's
he play?
Clarkson's ex.
her ex?
He gets in the
Dave.
scuffle with P. Dinky.
Nope, that's a different guy.
Yeah, that was
White-haired guy, silver-haired guy. He's in Spotlight.
Got it. Okay. Gotcha.
He's
Yep.
like the same age for the last,
okay.
like, 40 years.
Yeah, he looks literally the same.
Yeah, it's really good. It
Wasn't
just
it-
made me want more though. Like I feel like you could have added in like another.
It felt like a
the
pilot.
characters are so
Yeah.
great.
That didn't.
I
Get
want the
picked
next
up.
9 episodes. You know.
Yeah, exactly right.
Totally.
Peter Dinklage was awesome. He's
Oh,
a bit of a dick for the first half the
Love
movie.
it.
Understandably so, because he moves into like this small town. Everyone just keeps looking at him. This one lady
He's
like
like a
takes a
sheltered
picture
guy.
of him. Right,
I forgot
it
about
got
that.
so awkward. I was just like, oh god, I feel so bad.
he's
right
at the grocery store, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like shopping.
Yeah.
And
Just
she
like going to
straight
get
up.
milk.
now. She's like, hello, and he turns around and she just like snaps a picture of him. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I felt
Wow.
so like
Yeah.
disgusted when I saw that.
Yeah.
It made me like think about how like people with dwarfism live and just shed a light on something I never would have thought of.
And then Bobby's character is great. Like he gets fully like Peter Dinklage's thing is that he loves trains. Like he's like a big train buff, and Bobby just like fully goes into it with him. He just gets right
totally
into
down.
it. He's like, I'm totally gonna like bond with this guy over trains. He just goes like full into it. It's hilarious. I was laughing hard.
Nice payoff.
It was good. I liked it. Rich characters. It was great.
how would you rate this puppy?
I'm gonna give this a heavy 3.
Okay.
That's what I
Heavy
would
3. I
give
could
it
have
as well.
used a little bit more.
I'd give it
Spot
a
on,
three.
yeah.
A little bit more punches could have been thrown with this one, but
I think it was
good.
a 3.5 on Letterboxd for me.
first, yeah, I probably rated about 3.5 on my box.
I agree.
that's what I did rate it.
The first movie by Tom McCarthy as well.
Right. He doesn't have too many, right? 3 or 4?
No, he's on a fair amount. He's on a lot of TV work and stuff as well, though.
I do want to say, like, this movie, like, it felt like a slice of, as similar to Leviathan, I was like a slice of Russian life.
Yeah.
This is like a slice of, like, you know, American, like, out in kind of the boonies, like, in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's still people that live there that have interesting lives and interesting things happening to them, even though they don't live in the big city or, like, you know what I mean? Like, he lives at, like, a train depot.
He was in the rundown
And
train
he's like-
depot, and like I'm like, why is there a hot dog stand like here of all places? Because like no one comes here, but they do. People know like most places, people driving by.
Like that bar that's like right beside the train tracks that
Yeah.
like do you think would like no one would go there, and yet
It's,
there's
like,
a bunch of
packed.
people there.
Yeah.
Michelle Williams is like the librarian. Like there's people that have like relationships and there's lives that are interesting that
That's
you
what I was gonna
never see. Like you never see that
This
slice
would
of
be a
life.
great. Yeah, this would be a great TV show.
Yeah,
I think
it would.
because you just meet like different people from the town. Like each episode would be great.
It would lend itself perfectly.
Yeah.
Tom McCarthy, what are you doing? Make a
you,
TV show already,
Let's
bud.
go.
Netflix series. Let's go pick
Do
it up.
it.
Netflix,
Do it.
buy it. Station Agent the series.
But let's. I think it's time to move into our review this week, our main review, and that is the Good Dinosaur. Let's. So let me just pull up the little synopsis here. This is Pixar's second movie this year, after Inside Out. This is the first time they've ever had a second movie, but Here we go. Luckily for young Arlo, his parents, and his 2 siblings, dinosaurs were not wiped out 65 million years ago. When a rainstorm washes poor Arlo downriver, he ends up bruised, battered, and miles away from home. Good fortune shines on the frightened dino when he meets Spot, a Neanderthal boy who offers his help and friendship. Together, an unlikely duo embark on an epic adventure to reunite Arlo with his beloved family. So,
Emotional
gentlemen,
reading by Scott.
what do we think of The Good Dinosaur?
Oh,
Tim,
I
let's start with
teased
you.
you guys earlier with a little bonus about this movie.
A little bonus.
Okay.
I have a few quotes from my girlfriend Ashley,
Oh.
who I saw this with,
snap.
as well as Tyler.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what my girlfriend thought.
Ashley was, quotes, outraged.
What?
Garbage. Gave it a 0.
Oh, shit!
And then upped it to a low 1 for the effects. Now, I know what you're thinking.
What was the reason? Was it something tip her over?
Purely emotional. She was almost crying the entire film, and she does not like sad movies. So based on purely on the fact
Okay.
that it was sad.
So really it's a 5 for her.
No,
Like,
no.
based on the pure emotion.
Pure emotion, but that's how she rates movies. Purely
Okay.
emotion. She also mentioned,
She's
why is
a
it
woman.
called The Good Dinosaur when there's nothing good about it? That's another direct quote.
No, that's a direct quote.
That's a critic quote, right? Like, why is it called a good dinosaur? There's
I offered
nothing
her
good
to come
about
in.
it.
record
Low
with
1
us
out of
today.
5 reels.
My drive home was just that for like 10 minutes. It's great. It's
I'm just
hilarious.
gonna jump in and say, Tim, my girlfriend Emily also saw this with me
Yeah.
and echoes those exact sentiments. She was literally like sobbing the
Bawling.
entire movie, bawling her eyes out,
Yeah.
and she was just fuming.
I was there. She was misty-eyed at the end.
She admitted, yeah, maybe it is good, I think was her exact words, but I hate it because it's sad.
Yeah.
Those were the exact
Yeah.
words.
It's Ashley's reaction.
But not to
What yeah,
steal your thunder.
Tim, what did you think it was sad? How did you feel?
I can see why Ashley would be crying the whole time. I thought it was like not like super sad. There's like sad moments,
Yeah.
but overall, I really
Entertaining.
enjoyed it. I'm a big Pixar fan, obviously as
Yeah.
well.
You're slightly biased a little
Effects
bit.
aside, because effects are outstanding. Ashley also didn't appreciate that the environment looked so real, but the dinosaurs were really cartoony.
She did not
Did
appreciate
not
it?
appreciate that. Did not.
Well,
Hated it.
Well, that's weird because what do you...
I thought that was
yeah. What do
perfect.
you guys think about that?
No.
I love that.
I like the mix. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought because there were actually parts where they actually didn't have the dinosaur in the shot or the boy or anything like that. And you just looked there and just like it looked like someone just dropped a camera in the forest, and it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, gorgeous visuals. It's tough. Yeah, it's Pixar. It's like the demographic is like
7.
Yeah, it's like
It's-
7 to 16.
Yeah, I don't think I'd take my kids to this movie though.
You wouldn't?
No.
Oh, I would.
Yeah, I was... Well,
It's tough. I don't even know.
I think a
like,
lot of it would go over their heads, and then it's also pretty emotional.
Bambi was emotional. I remember watching that since I was a kid.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of parallels with Bambi, I felt.
Yeah.
That's true.
Am I going to jump in? Who's next?
Lion
Can
King,
I
a lot
jump
of
in with what I
parallels.
thought?
Jump in.
First of all, I enjoyed the shit out of this movie.
You
Let me
enjoyed
just-
the shit out of it. The shit was
Tim-
good.
Beep that out for the 7-year-olds listening. Pixar demographic, right?
Of course.
Yeah, it was great. I'm not the world's biggest Pixar fan. I didn't love Inside Out. I thought it was just, entertaining. It was like a 3. It didn't blow me away.
I loved it.
I know everyone loves it, and I'm sure you guys love it too.
I didn't see it.
I like this movie a lot. Definitely a step up from Inside Out for me. Pixar is just competing with themselves in the animation
they're
world.
field their own.
They're their only competition.
Although there's that Prince, what's it, Little Prince?
The Little Prince looks
good.
amazing.
That's a
Petit
sleeper
Prince.
animated
Yeah.
movie of the year.
I hope it
Oscar,
takes it. It looks amazing.
sleeper hit.
When's that out? Do we know?
I don't know. It's
I'll be
coming
seeing it. I'll
out.
be
We saw the
finding
trailer because
out.
the trailer
Yeah.
was playing
Yeah.
before Good Dinosaur.
Shout out to Jake McCannell. Told me about it. He was losing his mind.
Yeah, I saw a poster for it months ago, and the voice cast is great.
It was French. It was a French film,
Le Petit Prince.
and then now they've redubbed it, I guess. in
So I wonder
English.
how well they're going to follow that storyline. Because it's a direct parallel to Le Petit Prince, right? It's it's already like it's done. They're just redoing it in American or English version, I guess.
It's the same film. They're just redubbing the voices.
Oh, that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was done in
that.
French first. It was a French animated film, but they're literally it's the same film. They're
It's
just,
exact
They just
same.
have the English voice cast now.
Really?
Yeah. It's like
So they'll follow pretty closely.
I say they're
they'll
gonna
follow it very closely.
almost exactly.
Yeah, it's like a Japanese like Princess Mononoke or something. How they have like a solid like English voice cast, but obviously it was done in Japanese first, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's the same idea.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know they were doing exactly the same thing. I thought they were like reanimated or something like that.
But yeah, Pixar
Huh.
though, like
Killing it.
they're killing it.
Yeah.
To touch on the animation, I think the opening shot of the movie, I looked at Scott and just jaw to the floor.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck? This might be the best animation I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like computer generated, not hand drawn. Like CGI.
Yeah, the best CGI I'd ever
animation.
seen, hands down.
The environments were insane.
It was real.
Stunning.
Like
that water is holy shit.
I'm speechless. The water was the most realistic CGI water I've ever seen. In
You know what?
anything,
There's a subtle thing I noticed in the movie that you don't notice it in movies until I don't know. Like, it's okay. Here it is. When you look at whenever they showed like the ground in the background, and then it'd be slowly get lighter and darker when the sun passes behind a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Just little things like that. You know, like how you see like the shadows. Just the overall
Yeah.
brightness. It gets lighter and darker.
Yeah.
That happened. They did that in Good
Yeah.
Dinosaur. And you don't notice those things until you actually see it in an animated movie. You're
It's
like, wow,
created. Yeah.
they thought of everything. Just
Yeah.
the way they animated everything, the landscapes, everything
They
was
took the
done
next step and
like 11 out of 10. It was like amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's why this movie was in development hell for a long time. I don't know if that's what took so long to get this animation looking so on point. Maybe because it couldn't have been quick or easy.
No, it must have taken them a long ass time to do this.
Like those environments are amazing. Like, it's worth the price of admission for that alone. Yeah, I liked the voice performances from everyone. That was one of Emily's complaints. She didn't really like the voice acting. Did Ashley mention it? Tim? No.
I'm cool with that.
I enjoyed it.
I loved Arlo. I thought he was great, and I even loved how like clearly the person had a little bit of a lisp, the voice actor, and they even worked that into his character. They give him like buck teeth or whatever, so it kind of sounds like there's a reason for it, like with his actual character. I thought that was awesome, and even how he has like a prepubescent kind of voice, and like that just perfectly matched that character.
Like he hasn't fully grown into his body yet still.
Yeah, and just
His like legs, his like feet are like oversized and stuff.
that the voice actor sounds like that character. Like that he's literally a perfect casting choice. And overall I just really enjoyed it. Scott?
One thing that really stood out for me, as far as like a pro goes, like a good thing about it, is how funny it was. There's some really funny moments, like when they eat the like rotten fruit,
Yeah.
and they go on like an acid trip.
That was funny.
Totally forgot about
I
that.
died. I
I
couldn't
think-
believe.
Like
Again.
30 seconds later, when they're waking up and they're trying to wake off that high, like it's just like and they're like you can see them
I'm
struggling.
surprised
with
they
it.
went there. Like
Yeah.
they went on a full like rainbows and unicorns
Yeah.
like acid trip.
Switching bodies.
They
and heads
switched
and stuff.
heads.
It was fuck.
And they had like weird like weird like manga like
Yeah.
faces and stuff.
I think
Like that was hilarious. Like
so mature.
That was like
I loved
probably
it.
more weird than the what's that thought scene in Inside Out?
yeah, where they go like abstract thought.
Yeah, rivaled that.
That was good too.
For me, the funniest part of this movie was where he's walking through the forest and he runs into this. The best way I can describe it is a Gary Busey looking dinosaur.
Oh my god, yeah, that dinosaur was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was probably the funniest
Gary
part.
Busey.
It looked just like him.
They
Like
embodied
the one,
Gary
like
Busey.
the like lazy eye with
Yeah.
like all the animals on him.
Yeah,
Like, that was-
he's just
Dream
naming.
Crusher.
He helps me from setting goals too high for myself. And this is Debbie, and that's it.
yeah, this is Debbie.
And this
no,
is
Debbie.
Debbie.
And like Debbie like run away. Like,
Debbie, no.
Debbie, you're better than this.
That was probably the funniest part for me.
that was pretty good.
I was almost on the floor of the theater laughing.
And there was another moment that I also died at, and that's when the kid, the Neanderthal, I forget his name.
Spot.
Spot, right? Spot. When Spot brings Arlo like a beetle,
Oh.
and he's like on his back.
Yeah.
And Arlo's like, ugh, like I don't want that. And
Yeah.
then he like rips the beetle's head off and kills it. And I was like, whoa, Pixar, like, what
Straight
the
up
heck?
murder.
Like, hardcore, like, I laughed pretty hard at that, because I was like, oh, shit, like, they went there. Like,
that was my favorite thing about the movie. It was so mature.
Yeah.
And, like, so,
Like,
dark and serious.
Arlo actually gets, like, bloodied and bruised and stuff. Like, when he snapped his face off,
his skin,
off the rock.
He's in
and
rough
the
shape.
effects on his skin
Yeah,
were,
there's, like,
really
blood
good.
kind of, like, pooling. You can start
And
pooling
his
in skin.
knees are,
Yeah.
like,
Just purple from being
broken.
bashed.
Yeah. They're destroyed. Like, I loved it. You felt like you went on a journey with Arlo.
I gotta point out another thing that like very real. It was the vulture-esque characters voiced by Steve Zahn and company.
Pterodactyls.
Pterodactyls, thank you. Where they're like, well, yeah, we gotta go scavenge. We gotta make sure everyone's okay. And then look around. Oh, we found one. Hey, are you okay, buddy? And then just straight up eats it.
Yeah. Just
Like,
kills it.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, I assumed like that's what they would do, but like, then I was like, that's a Disney movie. It's probably just making sure he's okay, and then just puts it in his mouth.
Yeah, straight up kills it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I loved that.
that really threw me off. And plus, it was nice to hear Steve Zahn. He hasn't done shit all in a while.
There's one aspect of this that I didn't really like that kind of took me out of it, and it's not a knock on Sam Elliott, but his character, that whole storyline, I don't know, it just felt forced somehow, like with the T-Rexes and how they have a ranch, they have like longhorns that they're like herding. Yeah. It was like too much of a parallel to like a Western at that point. Like they're around a campfire. I'm like,
telling stories. Yeah,
how did they light a fire? I don't get it.
They can't reach
You know
matches.
what I mean? Like that kind of took me out of it. Like, and then when I think back, like this could easily be a Western. Like the story, like they're on like a homestead with a farm. You know, something happens to the dad. He gets like taken away. He like meets up with like a Native American or something, and they go on an adventure. It could easily be a Western. Like,
yeah, for sure.
The pterodactyls could be like bandits.
Vultures.
Well, I know the head of Pixar said their pitch for this movie was a boy and his dog story, except the dinosaur is the boy and the boy is the dog, right? Mm-hmm. They like kind of flipped it.
Could be like Dances with Wolves. Like,
oh.
Not quite, but like it could be like a wolf, like a story of like a kid and a wolf. But yeah,
there's parallels.
There's a part that really freaked me out about this movie. It was no, I'll save it for spoilers.
Oh yeah, yes, we do have spoilers.
Yeah, there are spoilers.
Yeah. Did you say what you thought of it fully, Ty? You
I went into this not thinking I was going to like it just because it's a kids movie. It was that's the mindset I was going to. Like we're seeing
foolish
a Pixar movie. I know.
Pixar has a long history of just pandering to kids.
Why do you do this to me?
They make beautiful films.
I know that now,
and I'm not even their biggest fan.
Anyways, so I was kind of like, we're doing this, okay.
Yeah.
Went and saw it. Some of the best CG I've ever seen in my entire life. It was just, it made it so worth it, and like it was like one of those. It's nice. I could see this, and then it feels like the movies that we grew up with growing up, like looking at like Bambi, mm-hmm. and like.
It reminded me a lot Bambi. Am I the only one?
No. I got one tie into Bambi that was kind of cool, but I'm gonna go back to that later.
True.
Yeah, it's not what you guys are thinking.
Yeah.
No. Whatever. No, it's not. It's none of that.
Okay.
Because that's
no spoilers,
it's completely different.
Yet.
But yeah, no, it was a really, really good movie. I would really recommend it.
I'm happy you liked that. I did not know what you would think.
Yeah, me either. I told Ashley, I was like, I don't know what Tyler thought, because as soon as it ended, Ashley was like wiping tears away, and she's like, wasn't that sad? And Tyler's like, nope, nothing.
You're embargoed.
Does that surprise any of you?
Sorry, you guys saw it together. I just clued in.
Yeah. I saw with him. Yeah.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah, Emily was literally like, "Can we have a minute before we leave the theater? I need to wipe my eyes." Like dying. I won't say I got misty-eyed, and I guess
I only see that in one scene.
There's one scene. There's one scene that
not for me.
Nope.
I didn't get that. I felt.
It doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the movie, but to get to a negative, like this isn't a 5 for me. I do have some negatives. It was a little. I know it's a kids movie and everything, but it was a little cutesy, and some of the metaphors were a little beat you over the head. Like if you contribute, you can set your mark.
Yeah.
Literally, physically, like just the whole metaphor of like physically, like
Making your mark.
he has to make his mark on the world and like put his paw print on the actual like silo.
It was a little
Stuff
bit
like
over
that
the head.
was a little too much, and the direction the story ends up in is a little too
like for
cutesy.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the story, like the story itself was like very simple.
Yeah, it's like a familiar story.
I've seen the story.
Oh, yeah.
We've all seen the story.
It's been done before.
But I don't like. There's just moments were too safe and cute, but I also want to like. There was definitely very brave. Like they took chances with other moments. Like there was stuff where I was
chances.
like, "Holy shit!" Like that. Like I was telling my cousins that are older, I loved it. They should go see it. And they're like, "Oh, perfect! Like I need something to bring the kids to." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. Like I don't know if I can say like." Yeah, rush out, bring the kids.
It's not like
they'll love
Cars
it.
or something, you know.
Yeah, it's not like a romp.
We actually, I think
This is
I
an
think we
emotional
talked about
journey.
this when we were there. This is something that I'd take my kids to for sure.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
It's literally full of like life lessons. Like,
It's not like Wreck-It Ralph or something.
yeah,
It's not like,
no, of course, but
Kids are so annoying in theater, so I probably wouldn't take mine to see a movie ever.
yeah, well,
Ruthless.
I don't think I'd ever take my children to movies.
Ruthless.
My
That's all
family will
Ashley
not
I need to enjoy it in
the cinema.
peace.
yeah, I don't know, I loved like the emotional arc though of Harlow. Like I could relate to him a bit. It was just really well done. Like it was a very relatable story, right? Like I like that he had a good full actual character arc.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
According to Ashley, he does not. He's just very unlucky the entire time. That's it.
I'm not gonna lie. For a long time, I thought he was like a very pathetic excuse for a dinosaur.
Ruthless.
Get wrecked.
Come on, you cluckers. That was my
Overall, for me, similar sentiments there. Like I enjoyed a lot of moments in it, but just this very simple story and the sort of safe route that the plot took. It didn't do it all for me, but you know, all the other aspects where it made it pretty enjoyable. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
in the landscape of like kids animated movies, anything Pixar does is still super elevated.
Yeah.
Like you compare this to whatever like Alvin and the Chipmunks Road Chip.
God.
Like Jesus Christ.
Although I had you to mention this, the funniest thing that happened that night
Oh my god.
was the trailer for Zootopia. Me and Tyler were literally
I was
in
dying.
tears
So was
laughing.
I.
The sloth.
The sloth.
That
thing
was the.
I love trailers that just show a scene.
That was ballsy.
For the listeners, this is a new Disney movie coming out that looks absolutely hilarious.
Wow.
There's a sloth trailer out where the sloths are just... I can't even explain it. Me and Tyler were...
It was like a 2.5 minute trailer.
Yeah.
But it was literally one short... What normally would have been a short scene because the sloth is doing stuff at such a slow pace.
Pause
it was
this,
inventive.
go listen, or go watch the Zootopia trailer, come back.
Me and Tyler were like leaning forward in our seats, almost on the floor.
I
like,
was actually
tearing up and
crying.
laughing.
I love the balls to just basically have that scene be the trailer.
Yeah.
And just carry it as long as they did. Because it felt long, but I was just laughing
I was
my
okay with
ass
it.
off.
Yeah.
Like,
It was funny, it was hilarious, and then when the
joke.
sloth turns to say you're going...
And are they calling him Flash? Is the sloth?
Hey.
Of course. Beautiful. Love it.
Obviously.
Oh my
That scene did remind me kind of
when he slowly laughs at the joke, he's like...
Oh my god.
It did remind me of like Big Hero 6 a little bit when he's like putting the tape on.
Yeah,
like,
that's a
kinda
really
like,
long scene.
Kind of like really slow, like you're just kind of like what reacting to it, like something really slow happening.
Holy shit.
But I'm looking forward to that movie now. I wasn't looking. Ty's just dying thinking about it.
You see him slowly get so excited.
His face just lights up like.
Oh man,
That's good. Tim, what overall thoughts though about Good Dinosaur?
I really liked it. Don't know where I'm going to place it in the Pixar thing. I'll have to update my list.
That's
That's
true,
the thing now. Every
I don't
Pixar
know.
film, it's
I
a
don't
legacy
know.
thing now for
Yeah.
them,
It's
right?
tough. I really enjoyed it. Characters were great. Arlo was awesome. Spot was great. The T-Rexes were okay. I do agree with that. They were kind of oddly placed.
Like normally, like to be honest, like they would have straight up eaten him, right? Like,
Yeah.
that was that weird too.
That kind of did bug me a little bit.
Like, why
I
did
didn't
they-
mind that because it's like millions of years later, like they've involved like language and stuff, so I'm okay with that aspect. It just was, I think it was the Western part that threw it off. Like they changed up the music and stuff too, and I was just like, this is a weird scene.
It was like a
But it was okay.
we want to give our ratings then. Tim?
I'll give it a 4.
4 to 5 reels.
I don't think I've ever rated anything from Pixar below like 4 besides like
Cars are brave.
I haven't seen Cars.
Brave is Pixar?
Brave is Pixar. It doesn't feel like
Are you sure?
I thought it was Disney.
positive. No, it's Pixar.
Oh, Brave is.
You know, there's 2 branches, right? There's like Disney, and
Yes.
Pixar, and Pixar.
Brave is Pixar.
Okay.
Really?
I haven't seen Cars
Sometimes
are
you
Brave
gotta
either.
accept the truth.
Brave was. Wow.
I
Okay.
heard it's very mediocre, Brave.
It is mediocre.
I think it won Best Animated Picture though, and
It
everyone
did.
was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. That I actually kind of I enjoyed Brave.
I remember being
Wow.
shocked. Like,
It's
I've
good.
heard it's
It's
shit.
just it felt more like a Disney movie than it did a Pixar.
Yeah. That's why I'm a little confused.
This is the whole princess thing.
Yeah.
And we don't talk about Cars on this
I
podcast.
haven't seen Cars or Cars 2.
You're
Zero
luck-
interest.
you're a
Will
lucky
not be
man.
watching them.
You're gonna see planes then?
No.
No. Okay.
I was wondering, is Planes Pixar?
Yeah.
Please say no.
It has to be.
Oh, yeah.
Planes is Pixar, I think. Planes Search and Rescue is not. That's a Disney movie.
Thank God.
So wait, Planes is?
Planes is, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Pixar.
There's a movie just called Planes, or is it just Planes?
So it's like a spin-off of
Switch
Cars.
and
It's the
Rescue.
same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's planes with faces and stuff. And then they made a sequel called Planes
Garbage.
Search and Rescue.
Oh, there's a sequel already.
Yeah, Planes Search and Rescue, which is not a Pixar movie, but they just copied the animation.
I have no idea. Your rating, though, Ty?
I'm gonna give this a solid 3.
3.
Yeah, I'm playing with 3 and high 3. I'm just
3?
I'm what did I say?
High 3.
High 3. That's what. That's
Same
what we
thing
did,
you've
right?
said for 23 weeks.
So are we just not gonna change it or no?
It's always heavy.
Always gonna be heavy 3, but you'll always say high.
Well, you know what? Get ready for the next 23 episodes because they're gonna be highs and lows. So
I take it back. Planes is Disney.
I knew
It's
it.
a spin-off of
I knew it.
Cars, though.
yeah,
I knew there was no way on earth Pixar greenlit Planes. They learned their lesson from Cars, thank God.
anyways, I'm toying with 3 and high 3.
You said that wrong.
Well, pick one. Look, you can't.
I'm going with 3.
Okay.
It was I don't have to defend
That was
myself. Go ahead.
hilarious.
Adam, what would you rate Good Dinosaur?
I rate Good Dinosaur a light 4 reels out of 5.
Nice.
Very enjoyable, not a masterpiece, but I mean, hey, CGI alone gets you about a heavy 3. Add the emotional story arc, boom, gets you a light 4 in my books. Scott, on to you.
You make some good points there. You almost swayed me. You almost swayed me to a low 4. Sorry, a light 4.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm gonna go heavy 3. It's
you gave me shit.
I know. It's this. Yeah, the visuals alone are like a 5.
Yeah,
but I don't
That's-
know.
Yeah.
They're a fun. You just rate it based on visuals
So
alone. it's
3
fine.
of that heavy 3 are like visuals, probably, right?
Yeah,
Is that safe?
and just the story and the whole Western Sam Elliott weirdness.
that's really irking you, eh?
It
No,
is.
I'm right there with. I hate the T-Rex for the worst part of this movie. You guys, how did you guys feel with the T-Rexes?
I might.
I didn't
You
mind.
know my opinion, but I might come back later and give it a light 4 in the future. But right now, it's a heavy. It's
We'll
a
give it
heavy
that,
3.
Pixar Ride the Wave boost.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's get into spoilers then. Ty, you had some spoiler alert for you listeners out there.
Yes.
If you do want to skip ahead, you can click on the timestamp and go to our news. But before you,
I did allude
Go
to a Bambi reference here.
right.
So it had nothing to do with again, spoilers coming up pretty mad hard here. Had nothing to do with Dad dying at all. It had to do with actually seeing the other Neanderthals close to the end of the movie, where like he Spot makes his wolf call, and all of a sudden you see like this weird kind of looks like a weird golden animal, kind of looking all weird and scary, and you had no idea what it was. He looked like a lion, maybe, like no idea. And that right there was freaky. To me, like it reminded me a lot of Bambi's dad, which is one of the most terrifying things that's ever come out of Disney. was just Bambi's dad.
Good to know what scares you.
I'm all over the place.
You know, I haven't seen
Deer.
Bambi in like 15 years.
Me neither,
probably.
but I still remember.
I assumed the parallel you meant was the dad.
No,
dying.
had nothing to do with that.
Of course.
It had to do with like that weird thing in in the distance.
I
Like,
remember that though in Bambi. Like even though I watched it such a long time ago on VHS.
you remember him
when I was
like
a little
up
kid.
there,
No
like
idea what
in
you're
the
talking
shadows with a beam of light coming down. Get up, Bambi! Like terrifying.
Shit.
Yeah.
That wasn't terrifying. It was amazing.
Nope,
It was
terrifying.
like Optimus Prime or something. I was
Nope.
like, yeah.
What?
Let's do
It's
this.
a deer, but it's
Optimus
Optimus Prime.
It got me hyped. It's like, Bambi.
Get up, Bambi! Terrifying.
I wonder if was it voiced by the same? Was it?
Possibly.
Bambi, roll out.
In the vein of talking about Arlo's father passing, I have another Ashley quote for you. Tyler laughed at this one because Ashley said it out loud while we were watching it. This shit is like Lion King all over again.
Ty, can you confirm these?
I can confirm.
Ruthless
I can
comments?
confirm the last couple. The first couple ones I didn't hear, but those are all absolutely true.
When Harlow's father died, Emily turned to me, teary-eyed, grabbed my sleeve, and said, "Can we go home now?"
Yeah,
No.
Ashley said that if she wasn't watching it with people, she would have got up and left.
Wow.
Yeah.
Women, the worst.
Didn't you guys see that from a mile away? Like you guys knew.
Oh, I knew
Oh.
Arlo's dad was going
Oh,
to
yeah.
die.
I would have
Like,
bet
duh.
$100,000.
Like he's gonna die.
I thought it was gonna be the mom for some reason. I was leaning more towards the mom
wish.
dying, but
Francis McDormand. That was rude.
I didn't hear what you said. But
Women.
assuming it was rude.
Women, the worst.
Oh,
Just kidding.
I hate you.
I just when they were going to get Spot, the scene in which the dad dies,
Mhm.
how gorgy were those wet rocks that they were climbing on?
Yup.
I mean, was that a real? Did they like splice the characters into real
See, I
environments? or
thought
what?
that. Like,
What's the deal?
I'm being. I actually thought they did.
Because I'm gonna
that.
lose it.
Thank you.
It
I got
was
another
beautiful.
Ashley quote for you.
Okay.
Here we go.
You should just tape
Those
those
About
rocks
her
is
not
there-
liking the setting. She's like, it looks like someone drew a dinosaur into an actual scene.
Okay.
and that's a bad
Is that
thing.
good or bad?
That's what I was saying earlier.
Ashley didn't like it.
Is that good or bad?
I
That's a
liked
good
it.
thing to me.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice twist
Ashley,
between
you're
the two.
killing me.
And the footprint like just gets a little squished out, like a little jelly.
Oh, I
Adorable.
Loved it.
love that jellyfoot.
But like, can we talk? Like, I want to break this down. The ending.
Okay.
How did you guys feel? Good or bad?
Which, be specific. What do you mean?
I'm talking about when Spot goes with his new family,
I'll tell you how I felt.
and Arlo goes back to his family. Good or
Tim?
bad feeling?
You might want to get the beeper ready because I fucking love that part.
I loved it. It was a
The
it was a
emotional
happy.
core of the movie.
It was a happy ending.
There were
emotional
no
payoff.
words. There were no words either.
Yeah.
It was all
Perfect.
visual. It was just.
They brought like
Yeah,
the
It was
whole
all
family.
visual.
You're right.
No words.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
thinking
great.
Arlo would be like, no, go back. But no, he was just like all just,
He made him see.
yeah, it was great.
And that was the epitome of the emotional journey Arlo's been on. Like he's learning to let go. Like he's growing up and becoming a man.
Yeah.
Or
Or
a
dinosaur. Yeah.
And
an adult dinosaur.
there's that other moment that I almost got misty-eyed.
Almost.
But
Verify.
when they were sort of, he was describing his family,
Yeah.
Arlo was, to Spot, and he put the little twigs in the circle,
Yeah.
and then Spot like
Did
put his
his.
own twigs.
And
And I
then,
was like, wow, this
Rough.
little Neanderthal has a family too.
and then knocked them over and buried them. I was just like,
Yeah, that
Oh my God, he gets it.
that was like, wow.
that's rough.
It was tough. It was
But I
a
got-
tough watch.
But Adam, Tim, you're Adam. Sorry,
I
Scott,
gave my
Tim.
piece.
Yes.
Tyler.
How did you guys feel? Good or bad?
ending,
That was
I
a
was-
good. Oh, but the ending.
Yeah,
Wow.
good feeling or bad feeling?
I had a good feeling.
Yeah, it felt good, right? Like they were happy.
Yeah.
Like he got to his family. It's not like his car died or anything. He was fine. Everyone was happy.
All right, you don't have to bring your life.
I mean,
into
they could
this.
have
Sorry, I
gone
can't-
real dark and just been like, yeah, Arlo left them and they couldn't harvest the food properly and they all died.
Yeah.
Came back.
Yeah,
Like this was actually
they
good.
couldn't get
Plus,
back.
I was dreading. I don't know why this came into my mind. I was like, Arlo's gonna find his dad's body, just like washed up.
Yeah.
Eventually, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Well, I was like,
God.
I was like
I don't know
that body was taken
Ruthless.
away. Like there was no
This
way
is
they
Pixar.
found
yeah,
I would've
but
loved that.
I don't know why I was thinking. I was like, when he go into the waterfall, like when he went over the waterfall, I was like, his dad's gonna be down there or something like that.
Would
We
the-
fucked up.
That's so twisted.
I would have loved that. I want them to go as dark as possible. Like I want kids leaving crying, much like our girlfriends wanted to do.
I'm surprised we haven't mentioned The Land Before Time. Like, how does this relate? This is
That
like
totally relates too because
the parents
Fuck.
die in that
it's
too.
the same dinosaur.
It is.
It's a pathetic excuse for a
It's the
dinosaur.
same dinosaur.
Like,
I don't know.
It is the same
Like
dinosaur, I guess, yeah.
He in Land Before Time, like his mother dies or whatever, and then he has to go and
Boy,
like
I remember
find
that.
this
Any
land.
relation to George Clooney's The Good German?
no.
Yes.
Tim edited out that terrible joke.
What about the
Prequel.
Good Shepherd?
Boom.
What about the Good Shepherd?
Any relation to Matt Damon's The Good Shepherd? Is that right, Scott?
Yeah.
I know.
Was that? Is it Good German? I don't even know. Is that even a movie?
The Good
George
German's a
Clooney,
movie.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the
It's
black
like The
and white
Good
one
Dinosaur?
with
Good Dinosaur is a prequel.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Get with
I'll
it.
be here all week.
Yeah.
So okay. So like, eventually it goes into where like Germans like they're all dinosaurs. It's
Yeah.
like dinosaur.
Yeah.
German is
Germany
the
is
predominant
still-
language.
yeah.
And they
it's
tried
dinosaur.
to make the Jews go extinct. But
Set
the
in
dinosaurs, yeah.
1939,
Yeah,
but where dinosaurs still
that'd
exist.
be amazing. Pixar, make it happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're throwing out gold at you, Pixar.
Is there any other sort of moments we want to talk about, spoiler at all, or?
No, I'm
Guess
good.
not.
Yeah.
Well, let's in that case, let's move on into our first news topic this week, and that is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice trailer. Guys, some of us we just saw this. Tyler actually just watched this right before we
Oh
started.
my god.
I had people alluding to it for the last 3 or 4 days, just talking to, just like, did you see this yet? See that yet? And like, no, don't say a word.
What did you think of it? What did you think of it, Tyler? Let's start with you.
I'm scared
Well,
to hear it.
Well, you guys,
Tyler's gonna echo my sentiments on this one.
yes. So
Maybe like a mine too.
just, I've got to start with the thing that's right at the top of my list here. Just when I was finally starting to make peace with Jesse Eisenberg being Lex Luthor, they go and again DC takes
He held you
57
down
steps
and
backwards, and they it's like they shot him up with cocaine and then set him on the set, and that was it. Way over the top.
You can shoot up with cocaine.
Do you
Yeah, you
Anyways,
really? That's what you're taking out of this, really?
I've done it.
Or we're going to come back to that because that's something we need to talk about.
Well,
But it's
Yeah.
just, what do we think? Someone agree with me, please.
Let me see here. So last week we reviewed the Civil War trailer, which is a really, really good trailer. Showed you just enough, got you interested. Great action set pieces.
that's it?
No,
We're
hold
going to
on.
talk about more about this.
oh,
Okay.
we're getting into this.
I thought you were
And
done.
then-
Oh no.
DC does classic DC
Oh.
and just fucks up everything that you've established. This movie,
Trailer.
this movie looks like shit. Am I
Get
wrong?
wrecked.
You are 100%
This movie looks
right.
fucking awful. Tonally all
I
over
hope
the
it's
place.
not
Man, I
Fantastic Four too. I don't.
Should
Tonally terrible.
Can I jump in?
I don't-
Try and defend this,
Sounds bad.
please. I beg you.
Plus, we've seen the movie.
Yeah, we've seen everything
We'll get
already.
into that.
Let me give a little backstory for the listeners. There's a lot of DC hatred online. A lot of Warner Brothers hatred
A lot
online.
of DC hatred in this room.
Rightfully so.
Yes, rightfully so. There's been a lot of marketing mishaps. Whatever. Yes,
Movie
they
mishaps.
This
look-
movie should have been out like a year ago.
Yes,
stuff like that.
we've heard it all. Ty likes to say there's a lot of movie mishaps. They've had one movie, so I take issue with that. Whatever. I was excited.
We've all blocked out Green Lantern, but yeah.
That's not canon. Man of Steel is their only movie.
All right, let me kill myself. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
please kill yourself as soon as possible. This movie is one of my. I had 3 lifelong dreams when I was a child. I wanted to see the Avengers in the live action movie.
Okay.
I wanted to see a Star Wars sequel to Return of the Jedi, not prequels. And I wanted to see a Batman versus Superman.
Your
movie.
childhood lifelong dreams were to see 3 movies?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
sir. Never thought they would make these 3 movies.
Two
Not
in the
become
same
a
year.
successful individual.
Actually, not mine.
Yeah. You don't want to be a doctor or anything. I
One
didn't see these 3
movie.
movies.
Came true and it was perfect. The Avengers. One movie is coming true next week and looks perfect. Star Wars: Force Awakens. And the 3rd movie is Batman vs Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And with this new trailer, I want to fucking kill myself.
Yes!
because this movie looks not. The first teaser, I was like, boom, this is gonna shut everyone up. This was pretty good. The second trailer, okay, a little rocky. I do not like Wonder Woman. Get her out. I don't like Jesse Eisenberg. Get him out. But the Batman and the Superman portions, I'm liking. I'm a little worried. This third trailer, I've went from worried to fuck this movie. Fuck you, Zack Snyder. This looks like a piece of shit. I don't know how you ruined my dream. In the way J.J. Abrams is going to achieve my childhood dream, Zack Snyder is going to rape my childhood dream. This movie looks like a piece of shit.
Thank you.
There's so many people at work that I keep bumping into. Cousin Vito, you know who you are, not to name names, telling me it looks amazing and I'm retarded. Kill yourself. All of you,
terrible.
Please kill yourself.
Looks really bad.
I am not looking forward to this movie in any way at all. Ever.
Like, I want to be proven wrong, but
it's not going to happen.
I'm praying I'm wrong. Or we're all wrong. But yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. I've been building it up all week. The rage is burning in me.
Scott, you want to jump in? Because there's one thing that's
so
really
bad.
bugging me, but I want to hear what you want to say first.
Scott, what'd you think, buddy?
I mean, I don't even know where to start. I'm with you, Adam, on this.
Thank you, my friend.
I hate this trailer. It reveals way too much.
Were you on the positive train this whole time? Were you were thinking like
before this, there was that 40-second teaser that came out this past week where Batman Superman rips off like Batman's like mask. I was like, oh wow. Although Mark Weldon kind of reined me back in. Shout out to Mark. He's like, okay, where's the black eye paint? Like when he pulled his mask off.
Yeah,
it wasn't there. Anyways, I like that. I like that how that was only focused on Batman versus Superman and that dynamic.
Yeah,
which I have to say in this trailer, I did like that back and forth. There was a scene where they were talking. That was good. I like that sort of dynamic there.
But then
the opening,
where like who's that? It's Bruce Wayne, and he's like, what do you think about the Bat Vigilante? Like I like that back and forth.
I had goosebumps.
But
like that was great
until Jesse Eisenberg came in,
and then I literally like wanted
Bruce
to
Wayne?
cry.
Clark Kent meeting? Oh boy!
I love bringing people together.
How fucked was that?
Heath Ledger's Joker, but like gay or like over the top, like
stupid,
flamboyant in a horrible way.
Just full Jesse Eisenberg.
Like Jesse
in
Eisenberg,
only a way Jesse Eisenberg could be.
He's promoting this movie saying, oh, Chris Terrio, we got the Argo writer, and he came in and wrote me these beautifully written dialogue scenes for Lex Luthor. He made Lex Luthor a real human being in this movie, and he's not just a comic book character, blah, blah. And then we see the Red Capes are coming in the last trailer. Now in this, he comes in like fucking... I don't even know.
He looks like an idiot. He looks stupid.
The words haven't been invented yet.
He reminds me of Nick Swartzen's character in Reno 911. Gay prostitute, like, oh, you're strong. Wouldn't want to fight you. Like, I hate him. And I don't hate him in the way you should hate the villain of a movie. I hate Jesse Eisenberg. I want to knock out Jesse Eisenberg, not Lex Luthor.
There's one word I have to describe Jesse Eisenberg, and that's miscast. Like
perfectly put, Scott.
Like
Thank you.
It shouldn't be Jesse Eisenberg. It should be anyone.
I'm
but
disagreeing.
Him.
I'm disagreeing. I'm thinking this is not a miscast. This is they wrote this character horribly.
But think about those lines though. Those like it could be in a right actor in the right person's hands. It could work.
Yeah, but they're filming this.
I like this debate.
They're looking at Jesse Eisenberg. They're saying, Jesse, you're nailing this. You're right on it. Like this is what they want to see. So it doesn't matter who they cast. If they keep seeing this is stupid.
It's a director, right? That does direct the performance.
So it doesn't matter if you get...
Is it on Snyder or Eisenberg? I think Eisenberg...
Still, I don't know if Eisenberg has it in him to pull it off.
Let me pitch you this. What if he does that scene bald and he takes it down 11 notches and talks like a human being and just says like, strong, like, oh, wouldn't want to fight you, and just looks at Batman with a bald head. You can't tell me that wouldn't make it 1,000 times better. With the fucking red Kurt Cobain wig and like the like clown
movements
and like like
honestly, like, they should have just cast Carrot Top. That's what we're looking at.
I thought they did.
Yeah,
I thought he came down off the steroids.
Yeah,
that's not Carrot Top in this movie.
Like we could talk about potential casting all day, but I mean any number of actors I think would be a better choice in this role than
Even
Jesse
Bryan
Eisenberg.
Cranston was rumored. Could you imagine
Well, here's the
how
thing.
much better that?
If they, I would still be okay. You know, I
Maybe
kind
if they
of
kept old Lex Luthor and went with
Gene Hackman. Yeah,
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, not Gene Hackman. You crazy.
I hate both those ideas. No.
Still,
I could see.
They
I
were
made
going-
peace with Jesse Eisenberg. I'm like, you know what? Fine. But if they actually made the character different, then you know that's the big difference.
That's what you were saying before you saw the trailer?
It's all
Yeah.
I'm like, fine. Jesse Eisenberg. Maybe he's not going to be an idiot. Then I saw this, and he's just an idiot.
I just see.
a
Here's the thing, like,
twat, my cousin.
Mad
Yes.
scientists.
I just see Jesse
sticking
Eisenberg.
tubes in
Yeah.
with like lightning coming down, like Frankenstein style. I'm like, this is.
Are we gonna-
horrendous.
That's the
touch
other
on
thing.
that?
Oh, we're touching that. That's
Okay.
We
happening.
going there, boys?
Way to like reveal your trump card. How dumb is that?
Oh wait, spoiler alert for the movie. Oh wait, it's in a fucking trailer.
Yeah.
DC.
Doomsday.
Yeah, so Batman and Superman team up.
Oh, and
It
that
is.
too.
They form the Justice League and take on Doomsday. I got all these spoilers for the
Is
world.
Doomsday? I'm sorry, I don't know the DC universe at all, just because it fucking sucks. But Zod, is that who Doomsday is? Cause
No, it's not the same Doomsday.
They changed that. They changed
Doomsday also kills Superman in the comics.
I heard that.
So they're just gonna like.
He's like Thanos.
Yeah.
in, like,
Can we also
DC.
talk about how he looks like the cave troll from Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring? Like identical.
Who was I talking to? I was talking to you
I
about
don't
that?
care. He looks like shit.
No, I was talking to Mark
Yeah.
Mark Weldon again. Like,
It looks
have a
like
cave troll.
didn't
They have
didn't
a
we see
Doomsday.
Zod?
yeah.
Fuck.
I love how you said, I don't know the DC universe because it sucks.
Yeah.
You don't know it, but you know that it sucks.
Everything I've seen sucks.
What have you seen?
All of this, our past discussions since episode 1.
Batman vs Superman trailers.
Batman vs Superman
So the
trailers.
DC Character, but the characters of DC don't necessarily suck.
You know my
haven't-
feelings. I think all their characters are either to have too many powers or not enough powers. There's no equal balance.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I haven't heard you say that before.
No, I thought I mentioned that already. But yeah, no,
Never
that's
heard you say that.
that's what it is. They're overpowered or underpowered.
Wow.
There's no equal
They
balance.
do have a man and like 5 gods, and
Yeah.
that's the Justice League.
Yeah.
A normal man and 5 gods.
One guy with a suit and one guy that can fly, shoot lasers out of his eyes, can see through walls, can blow down buildings with his breath. Like, this is...
There's a guy that can talk to fish too.
Yeah, he's just stupid.
Anyway.
Yeah, so one thing they're holding back on is Aquaman in this.
Yeah, they should throw him into the mix. That'll make it
They're
better.
keeping him a
The
surprise.
thing everyone wants to see. Better hold that off. Gotta hold back the big guns, Aquaman and
Guys, I've been
Flash.
waiting, like, all year for this. to tear this apart with all of you.
My main problem with this trailer, besides Jesse Eisenberg, which I hate as Lex Luthor, but the fact that they reveal the obvious third act. They left out the cameos from the other Justice League characters in this trailer, obviously. Like, we know they're going to appear, like, Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg are all going to have appearances in this movie. But they revealed the third act. Wonder Woman appears to, like, save the day, and also Batman and Superman team up. Yeah. I thought this was a fight. I thought this was about them fighting each other.
This is Batman versus...
We know that they're not going to end up, fighting each other in the end.
Mm-hmm.
We know that. Did we need to see that in the trailer? Did we need to see that revealed? No, we didn't, and we didn't need to see Doomsday. They could have left that roar, like how there was like a roar. You could have left it. They could have cut there.
Have you seen the fan edit trailer?
No.
Really?
No.
How hilarious is that? You just came up with that on your own. Have you guys seen it?
No. I know there's a fan edit that they took out all.
Let's leave out leave that shot of.
It's called Batman vs Superman trailer fixed. When I saw it, it had dropped 24 hours previous, and it was up to 500,000 views. And it was literally the exact same trailer, but they cut it at the roar and just say Batman v Superman release March 2016.
And then left out the Wonder Woman shit and like
they cut it.
She's with you. I thought she was with you.
What have you done? Yeah. Giant roar, and then that's it.
No,
trailer cut.
I gotta
see anything past that, and that would have been way better.
Sorry, I gotta ask you because you'll know.
I'm fuming. Sorry.
I know. I love it. I literally waited all year for
You're
this.
like Lex Luthor. You're like,
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited because
I'm bringing this all together.
Defending this movie since day one.
And
because
nice
I don't like to live in a black and white world. I try to judge everything fairly and openly, and I was so
That's not true. Thank you.
Not true at all. That's Scott.
What?
What?
What do you mean? No, before a movie's out,
I know. I get you.
I'm not like this guy. Like the whole DC universe will never make a good movie, and I know none of the characters, and I've
Obviously
seen their
Dark
one
Knight.
movie.
Yeah, but like that, like he says, that's
shut
not
up.
part of the DC universe.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not part of the DCU.
I do make that argument. So like I play by that argument.
No,
It's
you-
not. It's not part of the DCEU, right? They only have Man of Steel.
DCSSU.
Sorry, the DCSSU.
Yeah.
It's tied. Deems it.
Yeah.
So that's like I'm coming unbiased with my opinion, just for the listeners. Like I was defending this movie. I was totally open for this movie. And this trailer is the nail in the coffin for me. I give up. It looks horrible, and I can't believe I'm saying that about one of my dream movies.
Now, okay, so
Go ahead.
this is my thing. I saw. I'm assuming I've only seen Man of Steel once. Michael Shannon is Zod.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got that much.
Okay. No Kangaroo Jack.
That's it,
cameo.
eh? That's-
Okay.
I
That
will
was the
find
question.
him.
So I see like a bag being unzipped, and I see Zod's face.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And then after that, you see Jesse Eisenberg being
Yes.
fully stupid, just throwing like spikes in and like electrocuting something. Is that not Zod? Is he not
I'm
bringing
pretty sure
Zod to
yeah.
life and he's
That
becoming
is
Doomsday?
Zod becomes Doomsday.
Michael Shannon may or may not have spoiled the fact that yes, Zod gets transformed into Doomsday.
Okay.
He does. There's a comic book
Yeah.
iteration where Lex Luthor discovers some Kryptonian remains,
Yeah.
and he takes DNA from that and actually builds Doomsday.
Here's my problem. So Michael Shannon dropped that, you said?
No,
He
that's
said he
just
had
a-
trouble like
Oh,
walking
okay.
around with like big flippers on, like big, like like a
even-
big suit.
Okay. So here's my
Whatever, I don't care about that.
me as like I said, know nothing about the DC universe.
That's comic book lore. What I just said.
Yeah. I saw this trailer and I now know exactly what's happening.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Like what
They're
the
literally
fuck?
giving everything away. I knew
They
nothing.
treat the movie going audience like they're idiots.
Nah.
Like,
It
we
sho-
don't need
well,
to see that.
I've been saying this since the trailer came out. It shows such a lack of confidence in the movie, such a cowardly, like so much fear that this movie will bomb, that they're just saying,
Pretty
okay,
much.
let's
why
fire
would it-
everything. Just show them all the best parts. Like, we
Guys,
have
look.
to show everything.
We're still relevant. Look at us.
I didn't even
I
know.
swear, Doomsday's in it. Please come see it, please.
I mean, obviously, I knew that there were going to be another trailer, but we don't need it. We saw that first trailer. I thought that was a
I'm always
good
telling you
trailer.
guys about media blackout, and people say I'm crazy, but
No.
clearly sometimes the media
helps.
should have a blackout, because this is insane.
But-
Like this
but
trailer
for me, like,
retarded.
The first trailer was good, and that 40-second teaser, I was like, yeah, like,
Okay, what do you mean by first trailer though? Like the original first trailer?
yeah,
Like the first teaser minute long one?
yeah, like the minute whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I
minute
like that
30
one.
long
You like that one
trailer.
too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good trailer.
And what'd you think
The
of
teaser was like good. I liked the teaser.
How about the second trailer? Like
The
the
trailer that we,
the Comic-Con one. This is the third trailer.
the third, or I guess whatever the.
Everyone thinks there's two trailers. There's the initial one, like the "Tell me, do you bleed? You will." That was my favorite.
Oh, that's
Then
like
there's-
a teaser.
The 3-minute Comic-Con one,
Yeah,
and then there's this one.
yeah. The Comic-Con one I liked.
Oh, then there was a TV spot, and then there was this one.
Yeah, I mean, there's always different ones, but
Yeah.
everything minus the one we just saw, I like. So, I mean, I don't know why.
Yeah, I like the first one.
I don't know why they can't just have faith. And I would have been so hyped for this movie if I only saw those things. And the fact that they had this other trailer that just showed all the bad aspects of it,
Yeah.
and revealing the third act, it just
So to sum up, this movie's gonna be
Yeah.
fucking garbage. Yeah.
remains to be seen.
No,
I-
Scott, you don't have to be all
I have
politically
to-
correct on this.
Still,
Well,
it still remains to be seen.
He's being like that. You can't just say the movie is now garbage. Like we haven't seen it. We have like you're saying it's impossible. It could be good.
I just hate that they revealed
I'm getting there.
so much, but
It's not looking good. Like it looks terrible. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
I'm in with you on that, but I'm not going to say it is
There's
terrible.
no way.
It's possible it could be good. You're going to
There's
say
no
it's
way
impossible?
they're gonna. Yeah, it's impossible that this is gonna live up to what people are expecting it to be.
yeah.
When this
well,
movie got
that's
announced, people were super hyped.
variable.
Super hyped. No, when like Star Wars 7 got announced, people were super hyped. Based on those trailers I've seen, that movie potentially could meet that hype. This movie will never meet what people were expecting it
They've
to
shot
be.
themselves in the foot.
It looks that bad.
For us. But there's like dads and stuff that like don't care, that they think like there are people that think this looks amazing just because it's like action full of retard monsters and like explosions. Right?
Even I'm not falling for that.
I was gonna say I'm surprised you're not
Yeah.
hyped because
That's
you
me.
like you some monsters and explosions.
I do. Explosions always get me, but even I'm not falling for it this time.
I got two more things to say here, folks. One, fuck you, Zack Snyder. Doomsday is supposed to be the end all be all for Superman. it's also comic book lore tie, and I know you probably are familiar. Doomsday kills Superman in the comic. This is his literally end. Like,
didn't Superman kill Batman in this comic?
No.
Okay, never mind that.
I lost my train of thought. Was it Doomsday? So like they've blown their
Some
load.
idiot like interrupted me.
Some
earlier.
retard interrupted me. I don't
Sorry,
know.
man. Tim.
They like where are they gonna go from here? They've just brought out Doomsday, and that's in a trailer. There's 2 more Justice League movies. Are they just gonna fight Doomsday 2 more times? I know Darkseid is like the Thanos of DC.
Okay.
I guess you don't know.
I can relate.
Could do Bizarro.
Tim, I wouldn't put it past them. I'm sure it's on the way. Trailer 4. Yeah. So, I used to watch the animated like Doomsday vs Superman, dreaming of a live action one, and they just shit on that dream. But another thing, I felt there's clearly an attempt at humor in the Doomsday portion of this trailer. They're clearly trying to go for the Marvel type of look. Like, look, we can be funny too with the freeze and oh, boom! Doomsday blows up, like, apparently Earth. Just Death Star's Earth. And then cut to Wonder Woman with her
Amazonian shield.
1 foot Amazonian shield in circumference. Just like, whew, that was hot. Like, nuclear explosion. Superman, who's she? And Batman, I thought she was with you. I'm like, is this Adam West, like, throwback?
Yeah.
Like, this is garbage. Please kill me.
It was ridiculous.
Kill me now.
Doesn't look good.
Why attempt that humor? I just don't understand.
And with that,
Speaking of
we'll
humor.
move on. Yeah, speaking of humor, we're gonna get into the next news topic here, and that is the Nice Guys trailer starring Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe, directed by Shane Black, the director of Iron Man 3, as it states in the trailer.
They found that necessary, eh?
Also, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and
Writer of Lethal Weapon 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, as well.
Probably.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think of this trailer? Anyone want to start us off?
This is a
Tim.
great trailer. This is hilarious.
This
Yeah.
is
This is
really
so good. I can't wait for this movie.
At first, the first maybe 30, maybe about 10, 15 seconds or so, I was just like, okay, I'm not like...
Russell Crowe? What do you
yeah, it's like Russell Crowe. I actually got confused for John Goodman a little bit, just because he...
Wait's there.
He didn't look good. So I'm like, really?
Yeah, you
He
saw
pulled
like
a Christian Bale
just the
accidentally
barrel and
Yeah.
that's
in
John
American
Goodman.
Hustle.
Yeah.
He
So-
got greasy just by being Russell Crowe.
No, he just got greasy burgers, and that was it.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, this is weird, but then I just got funnier and funnier as the trailer went on.
There were some really good gags in this
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah.
Like, I love how they start. They start us off with a Red Band trailer.
Yeah.
Like, full of R.
Yeah.
Like, there was some good, like the language, and also, like, there's the one scene where they jump off the building, and
Oh my god.
Gosling lands in the pool, I guess. It's him.
And whoever's
And
like
then
right beside
whoever
him.
they're falling right beside each other in the air. The other guy just splats on the ground. They fully show it. I mean, that was pretty good. And like the toilet seat gag where he's like sitting on the toilet and the door keeps closing on him and he's like struggling.
Drops a cigarette in his pants.
Yeah. I mean,
He's holding a gun and he's trying to hold the door open
Gold.
while going to the bathroom at the same time.
I mean, there's so many funny moments in this that I don't know. I'm really excited for this movie, and I didn't know much about this movie before I saw the trailer. I'm like, what, a sort of like a noir, like 70s like cop
Right.
thing, like with Gosling and Crow. I was like, what is this? But honestly, this trailer blew me away. Like it was hilarious. Adam,
On to me.
yeah.
I love this trailer. It was hilarious. It looks amazing. So I'm going to use my time allotted to talk about this trailer to continue to bash Batman vs Superman. Why the fuck does Batman have a gun?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie.
No.
Come on, guys.
Like,
People were coming up to me like, dude, Batman had a gun. Did you see that? I was like, okay, you kill yourself.
Yeah,
They
it goes
made
against
this
his whole
movie.
character, but yeah, it's fine.
yeah.
They made this movie for people like you. Zack Snyder like turned his hat backwards and was like, Ben, throws him a grenade launcher. Let's try one take with the grenade launcher just for shits and giggles. Oh, it looks great. We're keeping it in the movie, guys. We're keeping this.
Let's go against the entire Bruce
Batman would
Wayne
use a
Batman
grenade
character.
launcher, right? Don't
Plus,
call Christopher Nolan, please.
I love how like they'll they're showing the demolition of Metropolis again to be like how pissed off Batman was about it. And then now in this movie, there's like another city just getting like demolished.
A country. Did you see that explosion? Oh my god.
Yeah. It's all happening all over again.
Global extinction.
Speaking of tossing weapons, in that trailer, Gosling tosses a gun to
Oh,
Crow
yeah.
and just like goes straight out the window.
Pass me the gun and just out the window. Like
The look he gives him is just like, what the fuck, man?
My only concern with that is the whole Red Band trailer is that they've just shown every funny part of the movie.
I don't think so.
I don't know
don't
about
know?
that. Sometimes in like
Because there's so much, like, it was so funny and just
Yeah, it's
so,
like jokes like the full trailer was.
They can't have that many more. You know what I mean? They just showed us 2 minutes of like straight jokes. Could they have more?
This was a Red Band trailer, so that means that this movie is going to be, it's going to be brutal.
R. We're gonna see more.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't get that feeling when I watched it. Some
loved
movies I do get that.
Yeah.
Like what was that? I don't even care what it is anymore. The
Man from Uncle.
Rock and like one of like those
Scott.
comedies, or like maybe like a Will Ferrell comedy where like you're
Or, like not
dude,
even every joke in that trailer lands.
yeah, and I'm like
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like
And you're
really
they're
like
shooting a bad average already type thing. Daddy's home.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever, like one of those crappy comedies that you see the trailer and you're like, they just tried to tell their funniest jokes and they didn't hit.
Yeah.
Like that, you can tell. In this, I didn't get that feeling. Like I didn't get that feeling that we got all the jokes, because obviously we didn't get a whole lot of story either in it. I mean,
No, that is the good
The
part.
basis,
obviously.
right? Like the
yeah,
basics
like
of the
Russell
story.
Crowe's like an enforcer kind of guy. Like I don't know, debt collector. I don't know what he is, but
It just seemed like there's a lot of comedic beats for me that we now know. Like, we now know the tossing the gun out the window. We now know the guy smacking on the pool deck. We now know the sitting on the shitter scene. Like,
yeah.
all those, I'm going to be like, yeah, it's funny, but like, okay, there's that part from the trailer. Oh, there's that part there's that part. Like, that's why I don't really watch Red Band trailers, but I don't know. I'm sure the movie will be
I'm
good.
gonna tie this back to
funny,
when we saw Man from Uncle.
Right.
We saw the trailer, and the trailer was like 4.5 minutes long, and they showed every single scene, and we're like,
True.
why are we even gonna go see the movie now?
That's
But
fair.
they left out the funniest part.
They did, but that's the thing. We saw the movie, and it's just like
Electrocution chair.
we saw that, and so it's kind of like we saw everything, but from this, like we knew we saw everything, but like this, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that we saw everything.
I hope you guys are right. Obviously, we don't know if we saw everything or not.
I saw
but
like a bunch of witty one-liner jokes and quips, but like I don't think we actually saw the actual core that what will be a very funny
Well, let's
movie.
put it this way: if we didn't see every good joke, and there's another like 2-minute montage worth of great jokes, this movie's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. I'm all in.
Unless they go
My
full
boy
Zack
Gosling.
Snyder and then they put like 3 trailers out and explain everything.
Oh yeah, full Zack Snyder would be like the next trailer. Just fucking Russell Crowe just goes evil.
Yeah.
Find out who's the villain.
And it turns out Doomsday's in it as well.
Yeah,
and
and
The next trailer is just like an hour and 35 minutes. It's a full movie.
Red Band movie, just the whole film.
Jesse Eisenberg, but now he's bald, and so it's
I
even
wanted-
more confusing.
To go back to what you said, not knowing much about the movie, I've been following the production of this movie. Had no idea it was Shane Black.
Really?
I knew it was called The Nice Guys, and it was Gosling and Crowe. And as I was watching the set pictures as they were coming out, I'm like, this is gonna be like LA Confidential, like noir thriller. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, I didn't know this was going to be a comedy.
And then they announced the
Gangster
trailer,
Squad.
Shane Black's The Nice Guys. I'm like, okay, I guess this is gonna be like goofy, and that kind of worried me. But every joke hit for me. Like, it's fucking
It
hilarious.
kind of reminded me of Inherent Vice too.
Yeah, I was just
Oh my
thinking
god.
that.
It looked like what I wanted from Inherent Vice. Like, Inherent Vice is like a 3 for me. Didn't love it. This looked like hilarious. The action beats were there. This looks great
Yeah.
This
for me.
this reminded me so much of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Not like necessarily the movie, but the style.
I think every movie Shane Black does for the rest of his career is going to be very Kiss Kiss Bang Bangy.
But honestly, I'm a huge Kiss Kiss Bang Bang fan. Like it's
Well, it's Robert Downey Jr. So
yeah, and Val Kilmer when he actually had a shred of talent and dignity left.
in fact,
But
He stole that movie. Yeah.
so like this is what I'm getting from that. Like it's gonna be funny. There's gonna be like a lot of I feel like there's gonna be a huge twist behind it. I feel like that it's gonna be
There'll be a twist.
Yeah.
There definitely
There'll be a
it's a twist kind of movie.
yeah. And if it's anything like
I
Kiss
think
Kiss
Russell
Bang
Crowe
Bang,
could be the villain.
yeah,
I was joking.
Russell Crowe
but
is Doomsday.
They didn't really.
They're going to take his DNA.
Yeah.
Well, he's already Superman's dad. I mean, There already is a
How
tie.
did I not get that connection?
Oh my god! And he put all that weight for a reason. That's it. He's
He's
Doomsday
got
now.
a friggin' steam tank in this movie.
Massive boiler.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but we didn't really see a real villain in this trailer or anything. Like,
No,
there's
we
no
didn't,
bad
did we?
guy. There's no bad guy in the trailer. I mean,
That's
there's some
why
shots
I
of
can
guys
only
with guns
assume.
shooting stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, what I love about these types of movies that they're like, they're not independent because it's Shane Blackey is a big director now, but like it has that feel, and it's not like a franchise. So like, Gosling's fate or Russell Crowe's fate are just like totally up in the air. Like, who knows what could happen to these characters?
Yeah, it's not a
like for the most part, like when I go see a Bond movie, I'm like, Bond's gonna make this, like he's gonna be fine,
Yeah.
or like anything like that. But like this is just gonna be like pure guessing game. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, you
we need
never
more
know.
of
Original
that.
properties.
No.
We need
They're
more of
amazing.
them. Hollywood, hope you're listening. I know you are.
How hilarious was like Gosling's screeches though?
I was gonna
Oh.
say, how hilarious was it when he breaks his arm?
Screams like
The squeal.
it was pretty
No,
good.
no.
Don't
Oh
break
my
my
god.
arm. No.
That was that like. It was funny, but did any of you think like his acting was actually kind of great in that?
Yeah,
Amazing.
no.
He like growled. He's like it was just like
It felt like
I
a
don't
real
know.
reaction. Like
Yeah.
like a little kid was like, no, don't break my arm.
Gosling's amazing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't stare at me like that.
What do you mean? I'm not staring at you.
You are.
Don't you
You're
think
both.
Gosling's
Why are you all
amazing?
glaring at me right now?
What, Ty? You don't think Ryan Gosling is a national treasure?
I saw
You
Drive.
realize he's
Gosling
Canadian,
is
right?
great.
He is Canadian.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Wow. Get the fuck out.
Oh.
But yeah, I think we're all looking forward to it. Hopefully there's more jokes in here. I think it'll be a good one. But,
Hold on, I gotta finish off with I don't hate Gosling. Just so we know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Miles Teller. He hates.
Kill yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
They hate you.
all right. I think with that, that'll do it for
On that note.
episode 23 of the Upper Late Podcast.
You can follow us on Twitter at UpRealLate, and you can follow me on Letterboxd at UpRealTim.
You can follow us on Facebook at Up Real Late Podcast, as well as on Instagram at Up Real Late Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Mogi6, MOGEY6, as well as on Letterboxd at Up Real Ty. Just so you guys know, I did add a bunch of movies, but I've actually hidden them. That's right. Why? Because I was going to do like a huge dump, but I never actually had time to do it. So they're all there. I just haven't unhid. Like,
Can you do that
What's
tonight?
wrong with you?
there's.
That's a whole nother story.
Next episode, we'll dive into that first thing.
If anyone knows a good shrink, please get me in contact with him. I have to help this guy.
Adam.
You can follow me on Twitter at Franey25, FRANEY25, and on Letterboxd and Instagram at UpRealAdam, real like a movie reel.
You can follow me, Scott, at S_Ellis71 on Twitter, and also on Letterboxd at UpRealScott. So yeah, guys, keep it real.